Most practice owners think that the reason they're not growing is because they don't have enough leads, but that's just the symptom and not the root cause. My name is Josh Driley, and over the last 2 years, I've helped cash practice owners double their revenue, 4x their eval volume, and create capacity to hire more providers, all using this exact playbook I'm about to show you. But for you to truly understand the number one problem keeping you from booking more evals, you need to first understand how a marketing funnel works. This is your marketing funnel, and it has 3 stages: top, middle, and bottom. Leads will always come in at the top of the funnel. This is where people are first introduced to you and first discover that you exist. But most of the time, these people are brand new, so they're still on the fence and they're skeptical about whether or not they actually need your services. Either way, at this point, they've entered your funnel and they're moving on to the next stage, which is the middle of funnel. Middle of funnel is the education phase, where they learn more about your service and how it can solve the problem that they have. As they watch more content and spend more time with you, they eventually progress to the bottom of the funnel, ready to cross the finish line and actually become a patient of your practice. Now, every lead that you ever attract starts at the top of the funnel and makes their way through. But here's the mistake that most practices make. Most practices think they need more leads, so they put all of their attention here into the top of the funnel. But more leads doesn't do your practice any good if you don't have the right systems in the middle and the bottom of funnel. It's like having a leaky pipeline. When there's leaks in your pipeline, that means most of your leads don't actually convert into plans of care. And think about it, a plumber doesn't send water through before he's built the pipes. Instead, he maps out every twist and turn, where the pipes connect and where the water is supposed to go. And you should think about your marketing in the exact same way. So instead, we start at the end. A patient committed to a plan of care, and we build the entire process backwards from there. And once the systems are built, we push more leads through the pipeline so that more leads convert. So if you feel like you're doing everything, burning the candle at both ends, but you're still hitting the same ceiling every month, it's probably because you put too much attention on getting more leads and not enough attention on making the most from every lead. So now that you have the right mindset and you understand that more leads won't fix a leaky funnel, let's break down the exact strategy that you can use to convert more plans of care month after month. We call this the plan of care protocol. This protocol includes 6 areas, and if you want to convert more leads into plans of care, then you need to have every single area dialed in. So let's walk through all of the 6 areas, once again starting at the bottom, where we have CRM and data tracking. The biggest mistake I see practice owners make is not tracking the right numbers. Think about if you're helping a patient get stronger on a specific movement. You track their sets, their reps, their weight every single session, and you never program their next session blind. So you should treat your business the exact same. And there's a number of different ways that you can do this. With our clients, we use our care tracker, which is a simple dashboard that shows our clients every number that matters at a quick glance. But if you're watching this and you're not yet a client of ours, I would recommend starting with something simple like Google Sheets. You can eventually graduate to something like the care tracker, but what matters most, more than anything when you're starting out, is that you have a system to track your metrics. Now, on top of that, you also need a CRM and a pipeline where you can see the status of every single lead, when you need to follow up, and you can organize your leads based on the warmest leads and the coldest leads to prioritize the people who are most likely to close. Every tool has its pros and cons, and I would recommend getting into a dedicated CRM sooner rather than later, like GoHighLevel or HubSpot. But once again, the most important part is just having the tool. Now, the next area of the POC protocol that we need dialed in is your follow-ups. 80% of sales happen between the 5th and the 12th follow-up, but most practice owners give up after just 2. The truth is, your fortune is in the follow-up. And if you don't have the right system in place, you're leaving revenue on the table every single day. With all our clients, we use what we call the recall framework. This includes regular follow-ups around value, patient wins, and occasional call to actions that keep leads warm until they're ready to book. And I actually have a video on this. I'll pop it up wherever it might go, but you can click on that video and watch our full follow-up process play for play so that you never have leads slipping through the cracks and you're converting as many leads as possible. But overall, the name of the game is to stay top of mind and constantly make sure that they know that you can solve their problem. Next is email workflows. Anytime somebody inquires with your practice, they should immediately begin receiving value-driven emails. These emails do 3 things. First of all, show how you treat and why it works. Second, explain the things that they've already tried that hasn't worked to solve their problem. And third, walk them through exactly what they should expect when inquiring with you and showing up for an eval. The goal is that by the time they show up, they already feel like they know you. They're educated on what you do and they trust you in order to solve their problem. Next is your DM setting process. process. When someone inquires with your practice, the first message they get is the first impression, and it has to be good. Now, the most important part of this is what we call speed to lead. You absolutely need somebody reaching out within 5 minutes of somebody inquiring about treatment. Now, once you reach out within 5 minutes, you need to know exactly what to say to guide them towards booking their eval. Then you need the right reminder and nurture sequence leading up to the eval, so they show up and they show up warm and ready to buy. Most practice owners drop the ball here in 3 ways. They don't reach out quick enough, they don't know what to say, and they don't have the right pre-eval sequence in place. Now, the next piece that you need to optimize is your content and your retargeting ad. First thing they're going to do is look you up. They're going to check out your Instagram, your website, your reviews, just to make sure that you're legit. If there's nothing there, no content, no case studies, nothing to watch, then you've lost them. They showed up with interest and then they left with doubts. Think of it like jumping into a pool with no water. You jumped and now you're standing in an empty pool, which is probably a pretty weird feeling. Likely, you're probably not going to stay in the pool for very long, because why would you? Potential patients are going to do the exact same thing. If they jump in and there's nothing there for them to consume, they're going to move on to the next part of their day or to the next person who has content to consume that can solve their problem. This is why it's so important to have content in place. It educates people. It gives people stuff to consume to where they spend more time with you. They build trust with you, and the more time they spend with you and the more trust that is built, the more it becomes a no-brainer that they need to hire you to help solve their problem. So now you know that you need the right CRM and tracking in place, the right follow-up process, the right email sequences warming leads up prior to the eval, a proper DM process to convert new inquiries into evals, and your content building trust and giving people a reason to keep learning about what you do. You're finally ready to push more leads through the system. And for the first time, every inquiry has a clear path to a plan of care. Now, at this point, if you're thinking, I don't have any of this yet, then that's okay. Most of our clients came to us in that exact situation. So if you want help building this out so that your practice is consistently converting leads into plans of care, then you can click the link below and schedule a call with our team. We'll go through your entire process, show you exactly where you're losing patients, and tell you what you need to fix first. And if you got value from this video, I think you'll get just as much, if not more, from the next one. So you can click the link, watch that video. Either way, I'll see you on the next one.